Curious about your IQ level? This trivia quiz is designed to challenge and boost your brain power. So, without wasting any time, let's dive right in. In which country does Lionel Messi live? In which country does Neymar Jr. live? In which country does Manuel Neuer live? In which country does Kylian Mbappé live? In which country does Sergio Ramos live? In which country does Cristiano Ronaldo live? In which country does Kevin De Bruyne live? In which country does Harry Kane live? In which country does Giorgio Chiellini live? In which country does Virgil van Dijk live? In which country does Luis Suarez live? In which country does Luka Modric live? In which country does James Rodriguez live? In which country does Raúl Jiménez live? In which country does Sadio Mane live? In which country does Shinji Kagawa live? In which country does Aaron Mui live? In which country does Victor Osimhen live? In which country does Andre Ayew live? In which country does Mohamed Salah live? In which country does Sergio Aguero live? In which country does Roberto Firmino live? In which country does Toni Kroos live? In which country does Antoine Griezmann live? In which country does Sergio Busquets live? In which country does João Felix live? In which country does Eden Hazard live? In which country does Raheem Sterling live? In which country does Ciro Immobile live? In which country does Frankie de Jong live? In which country does Edinson Cavani live? In which country does Ivan Perisic live? In which country does Radamel Falcao live? In which country does Hirving Lozano live? In which country does Kalidou Koulibaly live? In which country does Keisuke Honda live? In which country does Mile Jedinak live? In which country does Wilfred Ndidi live? In which country does Jordan Ayew live? In which country does Mohamed El Neni live?